This week in action.
Oh my God!
Could be something. Talk to the developers.
Are you playing with my emotions?
Let's get sad and then get happy.
Too good to be true.
That's not what they did here. When's the money going? What other horror stories can come of this?
We love Tencent.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to This Week in Action Podcast 81. My name is Aaron, owner and operator of the YouTube channel Action RPG, and with me is two of my friends, two of the leaders of this channel, the most dapper men I know, Daft and Guilty. Say hello, gentlemen.
How's it going today, guys?
Heyo.
Look at that shirt, Guilt. That might be one of my favorite shirts you own.
Good one.
My favorite.
Holy smokes, 26 months?
Keep it going, fam.
26?
Been a minute.
Wow. Just Doc, hello. Mercury Dragon, hello. Alpha Lose.
What's up, Doc?
Welcome. Doc, it's good to see you. Chatting. Now we just need to get you out and about, okay? Then we got to get you out and about. Daft 25, Doc 4, and we are starting this podcast with a hype train. Look at those, are three very important individuals. Look at that. Time doing time things. I like the shirt, Guild. Look, I hate it when. Why is everyone giving you compliments on the shirt?
Good shirt.
Is that what it is? Walker, thank you for the sub. All right, everybody. So,
beanie for that. Good match.
that's exactly what he needs. So for today, we are starting our road to 092, which, by the way, as soon as this launches, the next update, I'm so excited to be able to say the next update is launch. Like, we are this year kind of confirmed 1.0. Daft, can you believe it? Walker, thank you for the sub. Lose, thank you for the gifted sub to Shady. Congratulations.
It's about time, Aaron.
I know. I know. It's just feels crazy. Hey, you remember when I told you I've made, 250, 260 videos on last Epoch?
Like that, yeah.
That was like, I don't know, 6 or 8 months ago. I looked it up yesterday as 467. I just searched how many videos I have made that have LE or last Epoch in the title. It's like the easiest way to do it. It's 467. Right. Get those wings out of here. I hate looking at those.
They're nice looking.
No, get them away. And get away from me.
Gradation of color.
Away from me. Oh, they're so feathery. Look at them.
Nice.
So flamboyant.
I hate how you guys have maximum pets out too. I didn't pick any pets. All right, I'll grab some pets. Let's
You better put on one of these toddler backpacks too, so you can be a cool kid.
No, Daft has got the green one. Let's see, I'll do OG pet. And
the wallaby, the space thing. Wallaby.
I'll do fire. There we go. Okay, Daft is party leader. Let's take it away. Thanks, Luz. Kind of cool receiving a gift sub 30 seconds into getting into the stream. See that? It's deserved. Okay, you deserve that gifted sub. Now, right now I am playing a mage, and maybe I don't plan on picking a mastery.
Maybe you don't pick.
Maybe.
Why could that be?
I think I'm just gonna pick a mastery on September 7th. That's my honest goal. I just think that is the best decision I can make. Daft, what are you playing?
I have the rogue we started last time, just because we have that started.
Okay.
You have my mage ready too, for the
very nice.
Master. He's just sitting in the other dock though. not in the softcore pile.
And Mr. Guilty, what are you playing?
Druid.
A druid, of course. Why is it always a druid?
Because it's my favorite class.
You're not even excited for Grim Dawn's druid.
I'm super excited because I have a feeling that someone may mod that for a were panda.
Don't say things like that. Don't say it.
It may or may not be me, but it's gonna happen.
OG King Smurf, when's update? Update is on September 7th. Got about 8 days. 8 days. And we will be good to roll with the Runes of Power. Runes of Power. Sounds like I was making fun of them. I don't know where I'm going. Reminds me of the Lord of the Rings series, Rings of Power? Runes of Power?
I think so, yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah, this is...
Chris, Aaron, welcome back. How was Germany? Dude, Germany was... man, what a trip Gamescom was. Like, I mean, truly. So first off, traveling was insane. The only reason why I'm doing this 24-hour stream is because it took us, I don't know, 17, 18 hours to get there. And then you jump forward in time. They're like, you can't sleep, don't sleep, stay awake. Like, you're going to screw yourself up. You just got to, like, launch your body into this time. And I couldn't sleep on the airplane. I don't know why. Actually, I do know why. I spilled a cup of water on myself and I was all wet and damp. And it was just the worst damn flight. That is what it was. So... no one's gonna believe me. No one's gonna believe me. Anyways, my tray table was like bent down a little bit, so I put my cup of water on it, and it just like slid off onto my lap. It was horrible. Oh, it was horrible.
Sorry about that.
What are we? We're not supposed to be over here. We already finished this. So anyways, I couldn't sleep on the plane, so I went 30 hours and then finally crashed that night. And I was like, man, I stayed awake for 30 hours and my brain is barely functioning, but I'm awake. Which made me think, you know what? I think I probably could do this 30 or 24-hour stream. So that'll
it's gotta be 30 now. You done messed up.
You know, obviously interacting with an audience for 24 hours is different than watching movies.
Right.
On an airplane.
Is it though?
I think.
I would think so.
So.
Pretty much what we do anyways. This is like watching movies on an airplane.
I know, right? I wonder what waypoints I have unlocked. I could take us to the Imperial... Oh, no, I can't. I don't have the waypoint for the Shining Cove.
He says who wet underwear don't feel good.
Dude, it was horrible. It was horrible. So anyways, you were asking about Germany.
Right.
So get to Germany, you get picked up at the train station from EHG, which is walking distance to the Hilton where we were staying. And it's check into your room, get situated, and then we're all going to come down for dinner. So we get situated, and then, I run into Lizard and Tarek and Boards from EHG, and they're like, hey, we're going to grab a beer. So, like, literally, we get to the, hotel lobby.
Straight to the beers. Literally,
we get to the hotel lobby. We can probably get to the, hotel at 3, drop off our luggage, and we're drinking beer by, 4, And then that turned into, the whole night.
Yeah.
And then day 2 on Tuesday.
That's a good start, though, Aaron.
Yeah, it's a good start. It's a good start. And then day 2 on Tuesday was setup day. And it was actually one of the coolest days. So day 2... in Germany is we're setting up the booth, we're getting the demo on the computers, we're mounting the TVs, we're getting the video demo up on the TVs, making sure all the art is good. But what's so awesome is we have exhibitor badges, so we can get in and out of any booth in any room. There's 9 different conference room or 9 different entertainment booths. Yep. And there's no people. So I could legit, and then I brought the wife came in too because
she liked it, didn't she?
Because she also had an exhibitor's badge too.
Did she?
Yeah, she found one. No, I just snuck her in. So she was in Gamescom with us in Germany in there helping set up. So she literally had a blast Because again, you get to walk the entire conference while they're setting up with no people. So we're taking all the pictures. She's on like the freaking Netflix displays, like taking pictures on the Witcher set and Wednesday and just going nuts, right?
That's cool.
So Tuesday we fully set up. Now earlier on Tuesday, we walked over to the GGG booth and we saw Chris Wilson sitting down. And I just like, look guys, you know, ooh, look, it's Chris Wilson. Like everyone's all excited. I just go up and start talking to him. And then I get a picture with him. And then everyone else is like, dude, since you asked for a picture, you think I can get a picture? And then he's like, hey, do you guys want to play PoE 2? Sure. Like, Chris Wilson. Chris Wilson is like, the demo's set up. If you want to play, like, go ahead. And we're like, okay. He goes, also, like, unannounced, the Druid will be playable at Gamescom. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, playing the Druid next to Chris Wilson at the PoE 2 booth in Germany at Gamescom, thinking in my head, I am probably the first person in the world that does not work for this company that is playing the Druid.
For all those testers.
You just stay here. I have to go pick up something since I'm in lead.
All right. I do have a question, and it doesn't pertain to Chris Wilson, although that's really cool.
I know. So go ahead.
But there's other really cool things too. Who in all, like, from what I understand, you spent a lot of time with Riker. You spent time with Chris Wilson. You got to do some stuff with D4 staff.
Adam Fletcher, Rod Ferguson, Fextra Life, Rob, Riker, Chris Wilson, obviously all the EHG people.
Right. Like the most important one of those is Steve, obviously.
Of course, Steve. Yeah. Spent a lot of time with Steve. Spent a lot of time.
Well, he's in the booth the whole time, wasn't he?
He was in the business booth. So EHG had the business booth.
Were two booths, yeah.
That's where people come up and try and sell you stuff or try and get a job, but also where Judd was doing all his media interviews, like after coming on stage, and they were doing all the networking piece.
We actually looked at the floor plan. We were wondering why EHG had two booths.
Yeah, because one was the business booth, the other's the entertainment booth. So we're playing the D4 and it's been an hour, or we're playing PoE 2, it's been an hour, and we're like, okay, we should probably get back to like set up the E, because we hadn't even had the booth set up yet. And Chris is like, hey, we're doing an after hours GGG party at this restaurant. We have 42 seats. If you guys want to come, you should come. And we're like, okay. So of course,
if I have to.
So we go. And we go into the restaurant. We're like 1 minute late, and they go, oh, Chris reserved 41 seats or 42 seats, and we think 150 people showed up. So we moved them into the park. So we like go in the back of the restaurant and like go down some steps, and there's a park with a group of people, and Chris is like kind of propped up like on the tree, like speaking to everyone.
That's cool.
Now, what I didn't tell you is that we're dressed in our 11th hour game shirt and hats. So we showed up. So we showed up, and we had to open this gate. So it's like, and everybody looks at us, and then like, and everyone starts laughing. Cause it's like, oh, last Epoch just got here, right? So anyways, we hung out there for a little bit, and then my wife, who is very tenacious, was like, you guys are taking a picture with him. Like, the whole point of us being here is we need Chris Wilson and a picture of you guys with him. So hold on, I think I posted it on my community thing. We got it. We totally got it.
It's a good picture.
I'll show stream really quick. It is. Go. Boom! Chris Wilson with us. There it is.
Yep.
There it is.
There it is.
Pretty cool.
Mike.
And
Carve. Okay. So anyways, that was pretty fun. So now that's Monday is really the travel day, just some drinks and getting situated in the hotel. Tuesday, setup day, walk all 9 rooms, get to see all the behind the scenes, get to play PoE 2, set up the booth, go to the after hours party. And then it's the first day. And then, you know, like it's not as exciting, but basically then I ran the entertainment booth for 8 hours each day. And, you know, I got to play a bunch of Last Epoch, got to meet some community members. I mean, it was just a blast. It was a blast.
I have a question. How many people
Going to Outcast camp now?
Go ahead.
showed up that were not from Germany? I would imagine it's like just driving to a different state.
I mean, I don't know how to answer that. Almost all, no, not all. Maybe 80% of people spoke some form of English, were there, but like not their primary language. I mean, we had thousands of people that played for sure. Like there was never not a computer not playing the playing Rune Master.
Speaking about computers, what happened with one of them?
So going into the last day, so Saturday night, someone stole a setup, one of the Legion machines.
Yeah.
And like, not to point fingers, but like it has to be staff because we were there pretty late Saturday night and we got there early Sunday morning. And the only people that have access to the building is security and cleaning, and one went missing. So a Legion computer with a 4080
nice machines. Yeah.
went bye-bye. It went bye-bye.
Yep. Nice blinky lights. Go on, it's in the video. You can see where the empty space is.
Yes. All right, let's see. Hackashu, hello. What game is this? What's up, bro? Bra was in my stream a few times. He had Lone Star laughing. Well, if you were drinking beer right away, you fit right in. Fun. Yep. The bald guy. Yep. Alpha, what's up? Where is my mirror? You need to get one. At Daft, if we ever have a community get together, we are cooking, right? Yes. Hey, an offer you can't refuse. Jealous.
When does the Rune Master come out?
September 7th. So excited.
That's right.
Them, I guess that's cool. I think that's awesome. McFluffin and Lizard. There's a lot of drama with Fextra at the moment. I know, with his embeds. This is what everybody does now. The audacity. Last Epoch finally got here. I know. Such a cool story. Wait. Aaron, you should have said that. D4 is right behind you.
Is that really an issue with Fextra Life? I haven't been following that.
Fextra Life averages close to 40,000 people when he streams. He's got 1.6 million Twitch followers, but
saw the picture, by the way.
Yeah, his website is huge, and you know, if you go to his website while he's streaming, it populates him as live, which then populates as a viewer, so people say it's cheating. It's just like, who cares? Like,
it doesn't stay though. It's not like what.
Anyway, I don't. It's just, you know, it's just people think it's disingenuous.
People are gonna complain about everything.
Why were you trying to flex in that photo? No, sir, I'm just huge. Sounds amaze balls. Those Germans.
So
happens in every
secret
event.
Is he wears a shirt that's too tight and he sucks his gut in.
Those are all size large Last Epoch shirts. When does the Rune Master come out? Yeah, September 7th.
Slight turn here.
Damn, D4 staff stealing LE shiz. That's funny. What's up, Skoji? Oh man, everything's on September 7th. New Torchlight Season 4, September 7th as well.
Yeah. It's an odd day of the week to be having things pop out.
Anyway.
Aaron wearing his sun shirt. Okay, so now let's talk D4 party. D4 party. So, this is on Thursday night. I do the whole morning shift at the entertainment booth for Last Epoch. Go back, get all cleaned up. Wife gets all cleaned up. We Uber to Dock 2, which is legit like on the river, this like private venue. And you have to go through security, you got to sign some papers, and then you're like in the Diablo party. And in there, if you saw my video I posted, there's like this little like sheet you get, and you got to go talk to the alchemist, and you got to go to the blacksmith, and you got to go throw axes. And then you turn in your like stamped paper, and you have a chance to win like a real life heavy replica grandfather sword. And, you know, obviously all the food and drinks are free.
Okay.
And that's where I met and spent a lot of time with the Fextralite team. And honestly, they were like super cool. They're like, they could have just been like,
how tall is he?
He's like a Viking, dude.
Yeah, he's massive. He's a massive human being.
He's a big boy. He's a big boy. It's funny because like when I'm kicking it with Riker, I look like a monster, and then I kick it with Fextra.
It's like the same difference.
You know what I mean? I was like from a perspective standpoint.
So if we're talking D&D rules, Riker is a rogue.
Exactly. So
Aaron's a human, and he is a barbarian.
Exactly. So spent a lot of time with the Fextralite team, and it was cool. Like I got to meet like his manager and his community manager, and it was just neat. That was probably the best networking, other than hanging out with Riker for like a week straight. Like that was probably the best networking.
You guys were chumming it up,
dude. They were legitimately like, hey, what's the best way for us to contact you? Like,
Fextralite or
yeah,
Riker?
for networking, Fextra. So. I've been chatting with them back and forth since Gamescom, but yeah. Fextralite they were really cool.
So when's Riker gonna come host the podcast?
Right, I know I need to get him too. Me and Riker are now Discord buddies, and our wives are friends.
Oh,
like for the added networking, but Pumpkin King, hello.
So just so you understand, it'll just be Daft, Riker, and myself, right?
Well, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
wait, thanks.
I'm sure that's the way he'd like it too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, Pumpkin and Tech are here. So the D4 party was cool, and I was there because I was representing Icy Veins. And I mean, it's just kind of like, I was talking to someone about this the other day, that it's, it's a little bit of a surreal moment, and it's hard to put into words when I've been doing this YouTube channel for almost 4 years. October will be 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But it's like, they walk up to you and be like, hey, Icy Veins, Raylet, thank you for the tier 1 sub. They're like, Icy Veins, these 2 people are going, and then we're going to come grab you. We need you to come to the stairs. We're going to talk you through the process for the interview. And then you guys will have this amount of time with Adam Fletcher, Ron Ferguson, and Chris Wilson. Chris Wilson of Diablo, not of GGG. So it's like, okay, cool. And then when I'm talking to Icy Veins is like, Aaron, like, you're basically running it. Like, you're here because you're running this interview. So we go through the questions, and I hate reading questions. I hate it. I feel like it's like just so robot, and I don't know. It just
means you're prepared. That's all it means.
So what I know. So what I did is I memorized the questions in my head, but then I like picked a trigger word. So for example, like question 1 is going to be around like quality of life. So as long as I know it's a quality of life question, I could just structure it in my own verbiage. So anyways, I run the interview. I get introduced. It's like, hey, this is this person. I'm the co-founder of Icy Veins. This is this, and then this is Aaron. He's one of our writers and runs the Action RPG YouTube channel. He's going to be the one conducting the interview today. So then I do the whole interview with the 3 people, and in my head, it's like, how am I in Germany in a private meeting with the number 2 person of D4, love it or hate it, the biggest game, breaking records. Like, it was a really crazy moment for me. I was like, it's going to be a while before I forget this. But the interview went well. I had him laughing. I had him talking. I had him answering a bunch of questions. Like, we went way over in time, which sucks for the people that were going behind me. And then Icy Veins is like, that is literally the best interview we've ever had with Blizzard. Like, you absolutely killed it. And I was like, you guys don't have to tell me that just to tell me that. They're like, no, that was like awesome. Normally, we ask a question, they give us a BS answer, like, and then, or they just say we can't talk about it. And I was like,
were able to grab them and hypnotize them.
I hypnotized them.
Silversmith.
So did you ask them about the map overlay?
I'm kidding.
Oh, speaking of map overlays, but I can't speak of, but
no, it's lagging. No, I didn't ask him about the map overlay. It was the tiny shirt.
Why not?
No, I was like in a nice, actually, well, the idea was they're like, you don't want to be over the top. A lot of the people at the party are going to be coming straight from Gamescom, and, you know, these people, you know, that are invited to the party are, not all of them, but a lot of them are like, you know, they got money, and people with money don't actually dress super nice. Anyways, they're like, just go business casual. So I wore a t-shirt, jeans, shoes, but then I had a blazer on over. So that was kind of the idea, where it's like I could easily take the blazer off.
You did the sports guy thing.
So yeah, exactly. It's literally exactly.
He is literally a sports guy.
And I was probably, with that Exile, I was probably the nicest dressed person. Everyone's like, dude, you look great. I was like, I know, but the fact that everyone's saying that's probably like I'm overdressed. They're like, nah, who cares?
With the hat, right?
With the video game.
Yeah, and that's what's so funny, because 11th Hour Games is like, you did an interview with Rod Ferguson, you were wearing your EHG hat. I was like, yes. Yes, I was. Yes, I was. So they're like, that is really funny.
Well, I mean, it's just, you know, nice to have a better game present.
Right?
I mean, you know, just
they couldn't stop looking. Hey, Aaron, welcome back. What's up, Blenzer? Hello. Awesome to hear. Thank you. You looked business beastly. Tell us about Riker. It's always better to be overdressed than underdressed.
Does he always sound like Riker?
He does? Okay, so first off, Riker was super cool. Like, we talked a ton because we're managing a booth together, and then we're at the after hours parties, and then he was at the Blizzard event too. He was one of the people that did an interview as well. So, I mean, I was with Riker a freaking, like, a ton. And, yeah, there was a couple of cool things. Like, he's for sure, like, seen some of the videos and knows about the channel. And I was like, that's cool. We talked action RPGs a lot, and it was nice getting, like, kind of like a behind the scenes on what maybe he really thinks about stuff.
Right.
And we talked and honestly, I asked him a ton of questions. Like, how did he start moving? How did he start cooking? How did he start building his channel? Like that kind of stuff.
He's got 660 something right now. Right?
He's almost at 700,000 subs. So, just hearing from somebody that obviously I've watched for a decade and hanging out with that person was really, really cool.
His D3 stuff's awesome.
Yeah, no, for sure. So yeah, Riker was cool. And actually, yeah, like, I mean, you know, he's a little guy. Like, it's funny because I look at Guilty and I'm like, Guilty's a little guy, and Guilty's like 6'1", right?
6'2".
6'2". Like, Riker is like he's a little person. He's a little guy.
It's a little.
I got a picture sent of the two of them, and
oh yeah, I made a little image from.
Aaron's 5'11". I'm guessing he's 5'6" or 7".
Now, the one thing about Riker, though, that is true to form is his voice. So if anybody was like, oh, like, he makes up that, like, deep voice, no, that is his voice. Like, hello, everyone, this is Riker. Like, that's how he sounds all the time.
I'm your radio DJ.
Yes. His hat is always there. Yes. He's always has his hat on. That's what, I
mean, you always have your hat on, except when you've got this rare.
Right? I know. My wife was cracking me up. Like, what made a lot of the trip was my wife is there, and she, like, doesn't, you know, she doesn't know anything. So for her, it's like, you guys are all nerds, right? Yes. So what the actual story is that how I was networking with Fextra Life is that when I came down from the interview with Rod Ferguson, the wife was talking to the Fextra Light guys, and she's like, hey, honey, I think this guy plays video games too. I'm like, and I'm like, yeah, honey, like, he does play video games. And she's like, oh, he does? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, oh, okay. And then she's like, Riker, I know him too. Riker, come here. Hey, do you know these Fextra guys? I'm dying.
Oh my God.
It's like your parents showing up to pick you up for school.
So in my head, I'm thinking, my wife was talking to Cass of Extra Life and introduced Riker to Cass. So Riker and Cass met for the first time because of my wife at a D4 party.
That's kind of cool.
You know what I mean? It's like really funny. This is a really funny story. And Extra Life's team, like this isn't any behind the scenes, like this is all public stuff. Like they only walk like the business booths, like for, you know, connections and play games and, well, you know, trying to get paid for stuff. Anyways, I got Extra Life to agree to go to the business booth at last Epoch to play the Rune Master demo.
Ooh.
Yeah, so in a weird way, me going to the D4 party allowed me to network and meet Extra Life because of my wife, which got me in touch with their whole leadership team, which got me to get them to go play the Rune Master. And he did. I made him promise, and he's like, I will go. And then I hit him up in the morning, and I was like, you promised. And he goes, we're already on our way.
Yes, Father.
I was like, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Very neat.
Which then EHG was obviously happy because Extra went and played it. Riker is Canadian, correct.
Montreal.
Correct.
So
I wear my hat when I play pickleball. Makes me win. That's awesome. You're gonna get it all sweaty.
Hey, what's up, Tech?
We are all
That's
geeks to our wife.
You're a Canadian too, Tech.
Sounds like my wife's a social
Did you know
butterfly.
that?
Yes. Daft, I just cannot wait for when I turn off chat for the chat to actually stay off.
Oh, in the LE? Yeah.
Every time you enter a new zone, it kicks back on.
Reboots it, yeah, for a second.
Oh, I don't like that.
Yeah. Little things.
Yeah.
But
So, other than that, the computer got stolen.
So,
And then just lots. I mean, like, actually not. I shouldn't say a lot. That's gonna make it sound. Anytime we were all together as a team, which was 2 nights, it was long nights and hard mornings. So,
I mean,
Lots of
as it
coffee.
should be.
man, it was just when your body's all screwed up from the time and you're just drinking and you're working. Like it really. I mean, yes, it's a vacation. We got to go do a lot of sightseeing and but it's a lot of walking and on your feet.
Yep.
And
Oh no! You had to walk.
I'm just saying, like it's just you know, at times it could be brutal. It could be brutal. So yeah, that's like pretty much. I got to meet Rob. You guys don't know Rob. He's a big D4 guy. Got to meet Riker. Got to meet Extra. And then all the EHG people. And then Chris Wilson. I think those are like the main people that are for like my genre of game.
With full knowledge that they're probably going to see this eventually. Who's your favorite employee at 11th Hour Games?
Nice, get them stonks.
Get them stonks. Thank you for the 5 subs. Thank you. Skoji, Zigo, Normie, Jimmy, Eway.
Is it any of the big ones, or is there some that we don't know
Cross.
about? The coolest.
Thank you. I don't want to say one was my favorite. The people I spent the most time with.
No. You gotta pick one. Aina.
Good. Have to pick a favorite.
Yeah, no, he has to. This is the rules. This is the way this game works. It's like the movie The Good Son.
Let me
there's
talk.
2 children. You can only
let me
save
talk through them, and then I'll pick somebody. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Mike is exactly how he is on stream in real life.
So he's probably awesome.
He's bubbly and loud and just like, you know, like always happy and always smiling and
so he's Canadian. Got it.
Just like an overly happy, nice person. So hanging out with Mike was awesome. Okay.
All right.
Having a couple beers with Judd is awesome too. So
Well, he's Texas. That's Texas
so
all over.
me and him see a lot of things in common. We have a lot of things in common. So hanging out with Judd was so cool. And I know it sounds like an uninvite, but we're planning to go to Texas as a family and spend some time with Judd for Halloween. He like officially
Very
invited me, and
nice.
he officially
Halloween.
invited me, Christina, and the kids over.
So you're gonna do a Halloween stream from Judd's house.
That'd be dope.
That should happen.
That's a
And a matter of
fantastic
fact,
idea.
does he know that
You're gonna-
Guilty's
you
coming
guys are
too?
gonna drink, and he's gonna get on, and we'll just have.
But you know how people are like, oh, like, you guys should come over. And it's like, yeah, sure. And it's like, yeah, like, yeah, like, really, yeah, sure. No, we're like going to Judd's house, like, end of
You already bought the
October.
tickets, right?
Like, he's serious. He's like, I already talked to the wife, because now my wife and his wife are like super Instagram friends. And
Oh, no.
you know, it's like, what?
Now they're talking about we can have the boys set up for a play date.
So anyways, that's like for sure happening. But anyways, hanging out with Judd was cool. Hanging out with Steve was cool. I would say there was 2 surprise people that I've never talked to and never met from EHG that were a blast. One is Carve. Have you guys? Carve is actually a semi-famous PoE streamer that does game design for Last Epoch. He's the person all the way to the left
Yeah.
in the picture
Holding the
with
beer
Chris
next to
Wilson.
Mike.
Holding the beverage.
Yes, that's
The
Carve.
beverage.
He is main game design and has like 25,000 followers on Twitch for PoE. At this last Exile Con, he sat front row for the opening night and went on stage to try and beat the boss. So he's
Oh, that's
like,
cool.
yeah, he's from Finland.
Is he? Ah, cool.
And he's awesome. He is like, I really, really like, it's my wife's favorite. It's my
Was it? Is that because he's like, you know, from Finland?
I don't know, but he's my wife's favorite. So Carve is likely, I don't know. I guess I'll rate it
Happy?
like trick wise. If I had to rate trick wise, Carve was probably my favorite.
Yeah.
But that's also because
I'm telling Judd.
it's also
Yeah.
because we spent the most time together. We
Code
basically
dance, code
mimicked
dance,
each other's
code dance.
shifts at the booth. Dude, I'm getting crazy lag. So
Okay.
and then
all
the
that-
last one is Derek. Derek
don't
has
have to know that
worked
one.
for the company for 5 years. He was almost like original Kickstarter picture guy, but he came on a little bit after that. And he is in charge of all art and visuals. Or he's like the art. He's like Nifty's boss.
Right.
Okay. All right. I like
He's
Nifty.
yeah. So
So you
he's
met the
like
bosses this
yeah.
time.
And he's the one that supplies Mike with all the leaks for Friday's stream. So now I have an added in where who Mike gets his leaks from. It's like,
Well, I mean, you could just have your wife call up Judd's wife.
Did his wife and your wife, if he's married, meet? Did
Yeah.
you get that connection too?
Yeah,
Derek's
do that.
wife came later, but his wife's mom was there, so they were together a lot of the time. They weren't with us like in and out of the booth. So unfortunately, my wife met her, but not like didn't get to like spend time with her. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, so but yeah, Derek was super awesome, Carve was awesome, and then all the OGs like Mike, Judd, Boards, like they were all super cool. Like I had a really good time with all of them.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Nice that it was all open and friendly like that.
Yeah, I can't think of a single any drama or anything.
Why would there be drama?
Well, you got to remember, this is a team that's been together 5 or 6 years, and most of them have never seen each other. And there's drinking, and you know, I mean,
Yeah.
are you guys getting lag?
Pops.
I'm getting
I
rubber
wouldn't say
banding.
lag. I would say I'm.
Every occasional moment. No, not often, but every once in a while I get a little. I move forward a couple, like a little bit.
Stolen
It's not-
PC is drama
nothing
enough.
crazy.
Stolen PC is
yeah,
drama,
that's
but that's
true.
like,
It's
you know.
not them though.
No.
yeah. So,
What other games did you see there?
Dude, they had everything.
That weren't part
they
of
had
the
so much stuff there. They had I mean, there were so many games. They had Armored Core 6, Mortal Kombat 1, everything new from Nintendo.
Right.
PoE 2, Last Epoch. I played Stormgate.
Did you like it?
Oh, Stormgate's gonna be sick.
Remember when Daft and I were sitting there defending that game? You're like, no, it's only basic. I was like, no, this is gonna be the best RTS, and you're like,
well, your brain is not serving you right. I did not say that about Stormgate. I said that about Tempest Rising.
Oh, yeah, correct. At least you remember though.
Of course I said it. Okay, so day one, I see the booth for Stormgate. Like, oh, I've got to play that. And it's on the indie floor. We're on 10-1. On 10-2, right above us is like the indie area, which, by the way, was like, I could not believe how busy it was. Like, everyone wanted to play these like single station indie games.
It's a hot commodity these days.
Yeah, like I was like very, very packed. So anyways, it's Saturday. It might be the last. No, it was Saturday. I go over there and I'm like, hey, I want to play Stormgate. He's like, okay, just so you know, I have a gaming laptop set up. And the only reason why we're here showing this is because we paid for a business booth. And since we showed a trailer, we were legally obligated to have something to let players pay at an entertainment booth. I was like, okay. So he goes, just know what you're about to play is like offline. Like he's pulling up the code in the back, you know, like all this stuff. And I was like, yeah, I don't care. I just want to play it. He's like, okay, you can't take pictures. You can't video it. I was like, yeah, but I'm not signing anything. Like I could take pictures and videos. And we're joking around, you know. Anyways, I played it. It's really nice. It honestly plays like StarCraft, like the controls and the hotkeys and the visuals, but like way more quality of life even than StarCraft. I got to see a little bit of combat, and then I was talking to the guy long enough where he gave me access to the up and coming closed beta that I could play, but I have to be under NDA. But yeah, it was cool. Stormgate was a lot of fun.
NDAs aren't so bad. You just can't tell anybody.
I know. RTN Alpha. Aaron, did you meet any Action RPG community members? I signed 6 autographs.
Are you serious?
I signed 6 autographs. I probably took...
I'm in Lotus Halls. Teleport to me. I'm going to go refill my water. I'll be right back.
I don't know. 20, 30 pictures with people that wanted pictures.
That's cool.
And then, yeah, there were some community members that came by. Yeah, I got a lot of people that were, like, they would look at me and be like, I know you, or I know your face. That's what I kept getting. Like, I know your face. Who
you popped up in my feed?
Why do you look so familiar? Yeah, and then like, but you also got to remember Riker is at the booth running it.
Yeah.
So I mean, you know, in that case, like I'm a small potato.
Everyone's like, oh, Riker and him.
Like Riker for sure had more people walk up. Because he's Riker. But as far as people walking up because of Last Epoch, like, I mean, I was unequivocally, unequivocally the most. Unequivocally.
Well, that's like Riker with the TLI. Like, yeah, he's involved with it, but there are people who are primarily TLI players.
Yeah.
Where he is not primarily a TLI. Yeah, he's just Riker.
Yeah. So it was fun. Okay, so then, wait, I'm gonna wait till Daft gets back.
All right.
I'll wait till Daft gets back. All right. Aaron is a superstar now. No, I am not. Like, not at all. Not at all. If I get in and actually sign with Extra Life's management team, then I'll be a superstar. Nice. Not that I'm trying to do that.
No, of course not.
But I am.
Yeah.
Well, obviously.
That's cool.
That would be so dope. My wife, because of my wife. I didn't realize Grim Dawn is getting a 3rd expansion.
Oh,
yes,
you know it.
is.
And there's no more hype. Oh my god, I can't wait. Next
What's
year.
it called? I already forgot the name of it. Something weird.
Fangs of Acaris, I think.
Akakarn or something.
Akerkarn. Akerkarn. Repronounce it. Yeah.
Alpha, get me in too. Alpha wants in too. With Extra's team.
And this is my valet, Alpha.
Alpha's like, if it gets me out of my regular job, I'll do it.
Yeah. He shows up in a white suit. The boss! The plane boss! The plane!
The plane! When you have privilege information and confidential stuff, of course it will assign an NDA. I know. It's so weird. I mean, obviously I will play Stormgate under NDA. It's just normally when I'm playing a game, that means I'm going to cover the game. Like literally in that moment, I'm playing a rogue, I'm playing an action RPG, whatever. Like I'm playing it, but I'm also recording for some kind of video or first impressions. So when I play something under NDA, I know it's only for my own personal enjoyment, which just, there's not enough time for my own enjoyment.
Yeah.
Well, so I like the way some of the people that we're playing stuff for allow us to have a private community for those people.
Right.
So you can talk about it to someone. It's not like it's bottled up inside of you.
That is
You just can't talk about it to people who aren't in the in the cool
Gotta go to that
kid club. Yeah.
I mean, so technically, I mean, they would never know. I mean, I could totally make a video. I played Stormgate because I did, and I could talk about it.
I really liked Stormgate. It was really cool. Stormgate is a video game.
I played Stormgate on an offline code in the background mode. It was really great.
Yeah.
All right, I'm done.
The end.
The end. The end. I would just play the trailer on loop in the background. All right. But that's the kind of stuff I always think about. Like, if I just had like a little camera on my chest recording the whole time, which like a zillion people do with GoPros and crap like that, like I bet you it's already leaked somewhere. You know, you didn't sign anything.
Right, but you don't want to be the guy that's like, oh, you misused my trust.
Right.
Yeah. Oh man, I was joking around with their devs so hard. He's like, I'm taking back the NDA because I kept yelling at him because he wouldn't tell me the 3rd race. He's like, I can't. I was like, come on, tell me. I was like, no, I know one race is demons. I know the other one's humans because I'm freaking playing it. What's the 3rd race?
Oh,
like,
ex-mother-in-laws.
What is it? What is it?
Yeah.
What is it? And I kept guessing.
That's the 3rd. That's the 3rd, right?
I kept guessing over and over again. Next thing you know, Aaron is going to be inviting Chris Wilson to visit him in Idaho. Okay, Chris Wilson. So I see Chris Wilson walking around the Space Marine 2 booth, which is right next.
Oh, did you play it?
We'll talk Space Marine 2, but I didn't play it. But I got to watch.
That's right. We got
8 minutes of never seen gameplay, which it looks so sick.
It looks buttery smooth from what I've seen.
You have to go into this like theater and they check to make sure you don't have any any recording devices on, and it's like literally movie theater seats. And they show banshees or some crap, which was just looked
Howling
like
banshees. They're Eldar.
Whatever it is. It looked like a cheap Shadows of Mordor. Anyways.
Oh wow.
And then you look at, and then you get to see Space Marine 2, which was, dude,
nice.
Oh
good,
my gosh, it looks so good. Like I was like, it's funny because my wife had to wake me up because I fell asleep. It's a 30-minute movie you have to watch, and like most of it's previews and this Banshees thing, and I fell asleep. I was out cold during it, and she woke me up for Space Marine. Anyways,
good.
I'm
she's like, this is the one he likes.
Well, I told her, I'm like literally can't keep my eyes awake. Just wake me up for Space Marine. So I see Chris Wilson like walking around their booth. I was like, and I call him over. I'm like, Chris, come over here, because I just saw him 3 times, like, you know, a few days prior. Not that he would remember me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying I'm friends with Chris Wilson, but like Chris, get over here. He like walks over, and he got like a bag of merchandise. This is before the con started.
Oh, he was collecting Space Marine merch? Like,
I don't know.
he's a normal person, is what you're suggesting?
Well, what was in his bag was Diablo 2 collectibles or something like that. He had like, he's like, this is Diablo 2 stuff I found. Anyways,
that's cool.
Little
well, I mean,
insight.
he was probably playing Diablo 2 when he was a kid.
So now I've got Chris Wilson in front of the last Epoch booth, and I was like, dude, you got to try the new demo. This is our new class, the Rune Master, 40 skills in 1. You let us play PoE 2. I'm gonna let you play this. And he's like, I don't need to play this. I was like, just play it. Just play it. Chris, just play it. Just for a minute. Just sit down and play. He's like, fine. I'll play your game. So he sits down, and I've got Chris Wilson.
I saw the video.
Yeah, I've got Chris Wilson at the booth playing, and then I start taking pic. I was like, I just want to be clear. Now that I've got you playing it, I'm gonna take pictures of you playing it. He's like, that's fine. You could take pictures. So I start taking selfies and pictures and videos of him playing it, and then the EHG marketing team walks over and starts taking pictures of it. And ultimately, the funny joke is I got Chris Wilson to play last Epoch. And it's what's even more interesting is when he played it like seriously. He like pulls up the skill, looks through the tooltips. He's looking at his gear to check the affixes. Now he starts asking me questions about the way it functions and works. And I'm like, oh, like he's like not just humoring me.
Is he talking like formula stuff? Like he was really into it?
He was really into it. He goes, dude, this is playing great. Like this is like very smooth. I love the way the class is feeling. And I'm like, see?
What was he playing?
He's playing Rune Master.
Yeah.
Oh, so he was actually digging into the newest stuff.
Go back towards the middle.
Correct.
Follow me. It's all open already.
Oh, okay, I'll just teleport to you.
Yeah. I'm just going towards. I'm right next to you. Don't. I'm right.
I just
here.
This big purple thing to show up on the screen.
You.
Oh, Guilty's back with his rings. So that was the end. That was the last part of the Chris Wilson stuff.
That's good story.
Okay,
though.
It is Sunday, last day. I've got the morning shift, and the idea was I'll hang out in the morning, and then for the evening time, I'm gonna try and stream the entire thing. My wife gets a ticket for Sunday evening, and she's gonna be like my cameraman, and that was the plan. But like, there's just like, you know, 250,000 people there. Like, I could not get a good connection. It just kept skipping out. So I streamed for a couple hours, but it was like, it just wasn't working well. So Steve, in charge of marketing up there for EHG, I was like, Steve, me and the wife are gonna hang out and we'll help you tear down the booth. He goes, no, I don't need you to help me tear down the booth. I was like, no, like, I'll help you tear down the booth. Because this whole time, I mean, you know, my wife is always like, dude, you just are like so tenacious. Every day talking to everyone, I was like, I want these graphics. I want these visuals from the booth. They look so good, Guilty. They're 8K images stretched like 16 by 16. Oh,
Did you get them?
They're so clean.
Did you get them?
And Steve's like, listen, Aaron, we've heard like the staff wants some, the other community members want some. What we're gonna do is anybody that wants something, we'll do like a drawing and we'll give some stuff away. And this is like what they're telling me the whole week. So I was like, yeah, like that's totally fine. I'm just thinking like, there's no way that's gonna happen. Everyone's so tired and drunk, and like, there's no way that's gonna. Then how many of these people could literally transport this 16 by 1600? You know. So, anyways, so we start taking the stuff down.
Hey,
Let's steal them.
What's that?
Get that out of there. So finally I get approval. Fine, Aaron, you could have this one. All right, yes, like victory is mine. It's literally sitting like 10 feet over. It's okay, so I get one. And then Lizard's like, I'll take that one because Lizard's there with me. Lone Star's like, I'll take that one, but I could only get one. And then I'm looking around. I was like, Steve, what about all these other ones? He goes, I don't want them. I was like, perfect. So I got this other huge banner. I ended up getting 2 because I physically couldn't fit anymore. I had to buy a separate luggage and add a carry-on to get it. It was there. It is. It's so big. It is huge. The size of this thing. It's absolutely massive.
So where's it going?
Hold on, I gotta
Living room
find it.
wall?
It's gonna be again,
TV
I don't
room?
know I don't know
Downstairs?
how it's gonna look, right? Because I need to actually do it. But I'm planning to have it as the new backdrop to my new studio.
Oh, you're
the one
redoing
that
your
works.
studio again.
Yeah, I'm rebuilding the studio again. And like to my right, I'm gonna try and put the banner on, which will literally go across 3 walls. And then for behind me, it'll be all the custom EHG art. And I want to set up a secondary webcam that will zoom out, that'll show the whole wall.
Right.
Okay. I mean, that's
idea.
Yeah. That'll
And I
look
kept
nice.
telling them every day I was like, guys, listen, you should give it to me because I'm actually going to use it for something and it'll be free
It's
marketing.
free advertising.
They're like, yes, blah, 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 blah. But I got it. I got it.
How'd that go?
460 videos of free advertising. Give it to me now.
I'm looking at the wall it's going to go on. This wall would probably have to be 3 times the size to actually fit this thing I have. It's that big. It is.
Really?
It's.
Are you changing the room you're gonna put your office?
No, I'm just gonna have to like fold it and pick the best.
So what are you gonna do about? Are you putting a mini split in there?
For cooling.
AC, yeah.
I think I'm just gonna use a swamp cooler.
That's terrible. Let's put moisture in the air.
I know. What's the worst thing that happened? I ruined my computer.
Yes.
I know.
Nervous.
Okay, what's going on, chat? GD expansion. Guilty, did you catch any of TennoCon?
No, I didn't catch any of TennoCon, but if there are any community members that want to give me a brief on it in Discord, I'll listen. I do like it. Good game.
Blah, stream is choppy. Is it? I mean, my internet.
Running on a potato.
Let me see. Stream should be good. Reset your browser. Hitting 6,000 bits. So we should be fine. Looks good for me. Yeah. Just Doc says, OM F and G, he really does look like him too. What are you talking? Oh, what are you talking about? Golden Age of action RPGs. That's right. New Grim Dawn dev
really
stream
is.
was pretty interesting. I would be the best valet, Alpha says. Nice, I'll watch the VOD. Aaron goes like it's one of those video games of all time. What did I say? What the hell's going on with points? I'm resetting all points, just so you're aware, September 7th. So we're just going to start fresh on the 24-hour stream.
I see.
Oh, first Space Marine. Wait, let me catch up on chat. We'll talk Space Marine.
Yeah. Catch me up on Space Marine.
Dude knows his stuff.
We
Chris
have
Wilson.
to play through that. You know that, right?
I know.
We have to
We'll play through
co-op that whole thing.
Yeah, I'm down. Good to see you back in HD. I know, right? Oh, yeah, because the stream was 720. It's so bad. Let's steal them! I almost... Okay, listen. This is a moment of weakness.
Oh.
This is a moment of weakness. I didn't go through with it, but I was like so close. So Stormgate abandoned their booth. They weren't there Sunday for the final day, but all of their visuals were still up Sunday night. And I'm like, these are 1000% they're going in the trash. And I'm like, oh, they're like visual graphics they have up on their booth are so nice. I could take them so easily. And I chose not to. See, I made the right decision. I know. I know.
Good for you, I guess.
Good for me, I guess. I was like, they're so nice. Why did Stormgate leave early? They were contractually obligated to be there for the entertainment booth that they weren't planning for because they set up a business booth and ran a trailer. And because they did that, they were required to have a demo for people to play. So they had to like throw together a quick playable thing. Idaho's rubbing off on you? What? I didn't take anything. And Idaho's like the safest place in the world.
For who?
Maybe. What's the safest?
Yeah, and just because you're like not near people,
right?
That's cheating.
I know. I know.
Hey, Aaron, we started our Baldur's Gate group.
Yes, we did.
Heard. Kellyanne, hello. You guys can't. If I'm not a part of it, you guys will drop the ball.
No.
Oh, we'll see. Guilty will be late. Daft's mic won't work. It'll fall apart. Okay, where are we going?
Doesn't work one time in the last 6 months. He's like,
oh, playing Act 3 right now. It's such a good game. I'm sure. Middle of nowhere.
BG3. I can't believe you have. I know why you didn't play. I know why. In terms of something they've created that is just that robust, it's like no one else has an excuse. No one. No excuses.
Are you talking about they made it too good a game thing? Is that what you're doing?
No, I think that the new standard and anything that isn't up to that standard is not meeting the standard.
right.
So all the other developers have to up their game because the new standard has been set.
Daft, are you out killing stuff?
I'm just in the outcast camp, waiting to go forward.
Coming.
Hey, look who's in town with us. Johnny Top, Schmoopers,
Schmoopers.
Let's go see if there's any
Bismarcks, The Curse.
The Curse.
No one's in the outcast camp.
They're all in the end of time. I gotta click on my forge.
forget.
Is this quest still bugged?
I just started a new character. I forgot we were in this game.
Yeah, it's still bugged.
What do you want?
Kellyanne, the hurricane missed us. It went north of us.
That's good.
So yeah, it was fortunate. I climbed up on a couple buildings for no reason. So that's
fun.
the thing.
Walker says I must be broken. BG3 didn't do it for me. I mean, it's something to be said. Not every game is for everyone. I
I don't
mean,
know, it's a tough one. It's got a lot of. It depends. I mean, if you don't like strategy games, you're not gonna like it. That's gonna be the.
that's
thing,
what I'm
you
saying.
know?
Like, it's
If you
it's
don't
not for
like
everyone.
the fast-paced, you can't do that really. So that will kill.
I'm headed to bed. Meds are kicking in.
All right.
All right,
just
Doc.
talk to
Night,
everybody.
Doc. I hope you feel better.
Yes. Take it easy.
Take it easy. Okay. My friend is picking me up from the train station. Oh, that's fun. The story makes up for a lot of it. If you are skipping through dialogue, you are killing the experience.
Yeah.
Where
If
did
you don't
get
like
that?
that.
Bruh, Astarian story is pretty good.
Oh, jeez. I do not want any of your Oreo McFlurry.
I'm proud of you, Aaron.
We made a homemade McFlurry today for Ollie.
Did you? That's good.
It's actually a hot chocolate McFlurry.
Oh, it's a hot chocolate McFlurry.
Very nice.
How's that even possible?
Is that Mia?
But that's a little.
Mia, do you know what I'm gonna be? You know what we're
Hey,
gonna
Mia,
be doing
I
during the bonus hour of the podcast? I got a
What do we
fantasy football draft tonight.
Things that are not in the podcast future.
What? What do you mean? I'll just do it on my phone. And I'll be like side, like looking at it or
That will
something.
be of no use for you.
Yeah, it's like so. Daft and I will have a conversation. I don't know. Hockey's coming up, Aaron. You gonna get into fantasy hockey?
Hockey?
Fantasy
Oh, yeah.
hockey.
That's like too much to like. It's easy to do football because it's a like once a week, kind of, you know? So it's like, you only have to track it a few days.
Yeah, fantasy hockey, you'll be fine.
Blue says right on with the hot chocolate. Hot chocolate flurry.
Yeah,
What that is.
Interesting.
Right? I know. I don't know. We're probably all at different quests right now. I'm doing the one over here. Defending this lady. Yes, that's mainly all the stories from Gamescom.
Hey, Solo Cup's in town.
Yeah, he is.
Is he?
I'm chatting to him because he's lost. Doesn't turn on his nameplates.
Oh, yeah.
That's funny.
It's a click box. It's not a drop down.
Yeah.
You got to get your nameplates on.
It was hard to find earlier for me. I was looking at drop downs.
It's named a little weird.
Yeah.
What you click.
And they're not boxes, they're diamonds. They're thick
Yeah,
diamonds.
I have seen a Hakushu. Sea of Stars. Looks pretty good.
Okay, so let's talk Rune Master, shall we?
Yeah. Let's talk Rune Master.
All right.
What are we allowed to say?
I'm allowed to say, I mean, I guess maybe you guys should ask me questions because I know what I can say, because anything I saw in Germany is fair game.
Okay. So what, how does the 40 skill in one work?
Okay. So you use a fire skill, any fire skill, okay? It creates a fire rune, and it's like a little thing that pops up above your head. And then when you hit runic invocation, which is a spell, it'll consume that rune to make a skill.
All right.
Okay. You use a cold skill, a lightning skill, or a fire skill, it creates a rune. Once you have 3 runes, you will make a 3-rune skill. Every combination makes a different skill and has a different tooltip.
So it's you're chaining combos together.
Hey,
So you can essentially do a different one on the fly if you choose.
So one fire rune is different from 2 fire runes.
Right.
It's different from fire cold or cold fire or lightning cold or lightning fire or fire lightning. So not only does the rune order change it, but also the amount
that you've used of each.
Yeah. So you can use 1 rune, 2 runes, or 3 runes. Oh no, I don't want to go there.
Yeah, I already clicked though in the
autopilot.
Oh, yeah, I'm entering it too. How can I see names in town? Christina's here. Christina, what is this?
Oh, hey, Solo Cup, I'll type to you. Just
what is
go
this?
into settings,
What is this McFlurry? I'm seeing
There's
down
a
here.
checkbox you want to click.
Yeah.
Hey, honey.
It's about halfway down the settings gameplay list.
Akashu says it's like Magicka or an Invoker from Dota. Those are the best possible examples of the Rune Master. But the Invoker from Dota only has 10 skills, and the order of runes don't matter. So since the order of runes do matter in this game, that's how you get to 40.
Yeah, there's tons. Well, 40.
So you have to memorize. To min-max that class, you need to memorize.
Think of it like you'll have your rotations.
Correct.
You're going to have rotations, and then you'll know what they are because your rotations, and you.
Yeah, you're gonna.
So
have to memorize.
this is what I would recommend. I've got on a different server Rune Master in the 70s, and then I played a ton of the demo, like practicing when I was in Germany. And the best way to kind of learn the class is actually just picking one.
Yeah.
So all lightning, all fire, all cold. It's easy to scale. It's easy to learn. It's easy to get the gear for it. And then from there, you can kind of start branching out. But every once in a while, somebody would do something. It would be like lightning, lightning, fire, or fire, fire, cold, or something. And it would do something. I'm like, I've never seen that. I've never.
Yeah, I found a few that I liked for the lightning and fire.
And what's cool is there's multiple turrets. You can make turrets from it too.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
It's a really cool, like, game-changing thing. That's gonna compete though with the other classes. Like, once people play it and get over the difficulty of like learning the, I don't know, how to cope with it, because it kind of comes off as like a big PoE, like, oh my god, there's so many skills, but it really isn't, because you're only using so many skills. And
got it.
you're like, ooh, I could fireball like teleport to something, and then that uses 1 fire, and then when you get there, you do your neck, you trigger your runic thing, so you have like an instant cast right there. So there's a lot
Will you
of
be
ways.
maining it?
I
Either
will
of you?
be.
I like it.
I mean,
I
you
have
have to. Yeah.
I mean, but
So-
I mean, I would. I mean, I don't have. I mean, I do have to, but I also
have to.
want to. So it's like,
Okay, that's
It's
the
a really
answer.
fun engagement.
Okay, so it's just different than the usual.
listen, like, I'm not trying to give this as negative feedback. It's honestly so good. It almost feels out of place. That is like,
Yeah.
and
I can see
and
that.
EHG knows this. Like, we talked about it, and you know, this isn't like, this is like a true testament to their studio. Is
So
that
Void
they?
Knight's at the bottom now?
No,
Yeah.
they just they didn't. How do you make something worse when you know they can make something awesome? Like, are we going to purposely make this worse because we know it looks and functions better? Like, of course not. We're going to make this the absolute best we can, and we're going to continue to work on everything else to get it up to par, you know?
That's the way they should do it. Yeah.
Exactly. And it's so good. Like, it's so good.
But it will make some classes feel substandard.
It'll be like the person that's never played Last Epoch, like,
No.
oh,
Void
shaman looks fun. I like totems, you know, and they click shaman, and
No, don't do it.
yeah, it's like, oh, don't, oh, my friend's playing Rune Master, and it's like, I mean, feels
Yeah.
like different games.
Doing everything. Because the skills you can pull off are just all over the place.
Oh man, it's like just exploring, and like that's one, like 2 years from now, someone's gonna be like, dude, I figured out a way to make cold lightning a build guide. You know, like that's.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just so much in there, and then there's lots of new uniques for the Rune Master that further change things, and then the skill has a skill tree.
Yeah.
Right, so we're talking about just putting this skill on your skill bar. You get 40 skills. You don't even have to spec into it. You just put it on it's 40 skills. Then you spec into it and you get the skill tree. And there's a lot of stuff you can do that are triggering. So for example, when you hit Flame Rush, when you come out of Flame Rush, it automatically uses your runes. So there, you know, like there's ways to trigger the skill without actually doing it. So there's, you know, there's more to it.
Before we were playing this, I was playing on the CT with that character. It was hard to come back to this. I was like, oh, this is so fun and interesting. And
Oh, come back to the right now.
it's not like this is archaic, but it doesn't have quite the same quality of life. They've done a lot of upgrades, guys, so it looks good going forward.
Yeah. Also in 092, we're gonna be getting our randomization. So the way Mike calls it is treasure goblin. We're gonna be getting the Last Epoch treasure goblin will be coming to the game. A little bit of
See how that could be fun.
unexpected content is coming. Dude, my phone is like blowing up behind me. Means it has to be.
What's going on? Oh no.
Probably Riker.
Riker. Now he's calling me. It's like, why is he talking about how short I am?
Aaron. I'd like to hear him say Aaron. Should have recorded that. And then we could just put it in every time your name's in a video.
Oh yeah, that's a lot. That is a lot of messages. Perry the Pig is rating with a party at 33. What's up,
What's up,
Perry?
Barry.
Been a while, my friend. How are you? Mad? Thank you for the Prime sub. Perry is ramping up for Rune Master. Perry's got to be excited.
Yeah, he can talk about it now.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's nice to be able to take all the stuff that was released in Germany and then be able to actually talk about it. How's the podcast night? Podcast is good. talk through everything that happened in Gamescom in Germany, talking Rune Master and the plans for September 7th, and just the function of the class. And yeah, super excited, man. I think it's gonna be cool, and it's gonna be great. I'm really excited for the 500 times I get asked when's 1.0, and I can just say next update.
Yeah,
it's coming next. End of this year. It's there. The next update is launch. That's it. And it's not allowed to be delayed. It's not going to get delayed. Okay, so I have a theory. Okay, you guys want to hear my theory?
go for it.
I want to be clear. If they told me the date, I wouldn't be allowed to theorize it, okay? So whenever they were talking 1.0, I'd be like, I don't want to know. Don't tell me, because if you tell me, then I can't talk about it. It's like my new thing. I actually don't want them to leak like big stuff to me, okay?
Okay.
This is my theory. And I feel like it's smart. Okay, hear me out.
I'll let you know if you're right.
Okay. Last Epoch always drops patches on what day, Daft?
Oh, it's always this
Of the week. Always on a Thursday, okay?
Yeah.
Historically, it is always on a Thursday. December 7th, 7th of December, is... Do you know what's happening on December 7th, Mr. Guilty?
No.
Game Awards.
Oh my God, it is the Game Awards.
My theory
You think?
is announcement of the release date at the Game Awards, either on stage or through a trailer, December 7th, and the following week, December 14th, on a Thursday, they launch 1.0, knowing that every year EHG shuts down for Christmas on December 25th.
Okay.
So December 14th gives them 11 days
Right.
for whatever's broken or whatever doesn't work right to take care of it.
That could work.
That's my current theory.
Let me call up Judd and ask him if it's accurate.
I mean, they got towns working.
They got towns working,
They did. I saw there's people.
Yes.
right?
So all seems better. I think the little waves they went over through the first part of the year when they added 10 cent and all the extra
Yep.
goals
We
and
love you,
money,
10 cent.
expectations.
Of course we love them. Solo Cup thinks I'm onto something. I mean, I don't know. It could be way off. Or that would be like, it would be totally not their style. But could you imagine them going on stage at the Game Awards and you could play Last Epoch 1.0
Maybe.
right now? You know what I mean? Like that would
That'd
be
be fantastic.
that would be a trip, but I don't know from a marketing standpoint if that's just never been them, and maybe they want to like do something different, and that's what it is, like shock factor. But then, you know, when you're planning 1.0 with all these huge streamers, how do you?
David Harbour dropped their name in his interview.
That's true.
Like,
That is
they,
true.
they can get away with all kinds of stuff.
I know. Aaron, is there new MTX coming? Yeah. And they're working. Actually, they already have skill MTX too. But I'm almost positive there is nothing coming
Butterflies?
092. So I think September 7th we're getting nothing new skill MTX or MTX wise, but 1.0 yes.
I could have all of my spells be puffs of magic butterflies.
Ooh, do you know what else is coming 1.0, which has kind of been announced? All the new cinematics.
Oh, yeah. They've been kind of hinting.
Yes.
Fleshing out all that extra nice story stuff.
Mm-hmm. New cinematics.
That's your son. He just stacked them both. Just take whatever. Talking dog food containers.
When's my fantasy football draft?
Fantasy football is not fun.
An hour and 5 minutes. Yeah, I know.
You should quit that and start watching a good game. Hockey.
This is like a big networking. That was so stupid. What's great about fantasy football is it allows me to still stay very close to my family, aka my brothers. So like we all play together. So it's
tell
like
them to play hockey fantasy,
right,
and you can all learn something new together.
right, something worthwhile,
Something that's better than football. Yeah.
right.
I just never got on board with the whole like making up a team type. It just never clicked for me.
It's pretty
Fantasy
fun.
football thing. Yeah.
It's actually
I don't pay enough attention to the players to really have any knowledge. So
You just gotta buy the magazine with all the the charts and tables.
I'm sure there's an app for it somewhere.
Oh, there are probably several.
So, Warlock. Wait, what did he say? Warlock. I couldn't get like anything out of them for Warlock.
Which of the other two feels more fleshed out from your conversations?
So I'm not going on record or saying anything, but I think they're both like being wrapped up.
Okay.
I think they're in like skill implementation phases. I mean, again, the game launches in December, right? And they got to test them and get them ready. So,
Are we sure it launches in December?
I mean, we're not sure until they confirm it, and then I guess until it actually launches, right? So,
Right.
pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure that they've been hinting at that too.
I mean, I would legitimately be just so disappointed if it didn't launch this year. That would be so hard to
You mean
come
like
back
last
from,
year?
man. Oh man, that would be just.
Can't see it.
Last year was a bummer, man.
I mean, I'm not saying it's smart, and I'm not saying it's a good thing, but I think they would release it unfinished if it came to that. But
I
it won't.
think they would and should. But
Yeah.
given what they've released this year from pushing it back last year, I'm actually proud that they did. It's awesome.
Right? Cajun, can I thank you for the tier 1 sub? Rune Master.
They did a good thing.
Yep.
Hurry, I'm breaking. You'll have to be easy. I'll take that.
You guys, I'm going to win the race this time. I'm going to play so much last Epoch, I'm going to win my own race.
Well, you see, you can't do that.
Is that like when you enter your own raffle?
You can't do that.
Yes, I can.
And we have to figure out the parameters for this race that are legitimately realistic. And it can't be for pro player level.
I think
No, it's gotta be.
Okay,
It's
listen.
gotta be.
You
It's
guys,
gotta be top tier. Most.
you
balls to the
guys
wall
are
thing.
gonna disagree. Nobody won the last race because
It
Too
was
hard.
I don't believe that.
It is.
Okay, first
No
off,
one
it was
has that.
hard. It was
You
hard.
had to go super deep.
It
into
was
the game to
RNG.
get a chance.
It was hard, but there was just so many of us like didn't play 091 and was playing D4 before season 1. Like a
yeah.
lot.
No, that was.
Yes,
a
it was.
month. There was a month of playing before.
There was a week.
A week. It was
091
1 week.
came out
It was
1 week before
Fine.
before the launch of Diablo 4.
Not my
1
fault
week.
that people went and played the lesser game. Something.
Yeah, it's not even that great.
I didn't say which game was better, Mr. Daffley. I'm saying that a
I
large
did.
swath of the community went and played D4. That is all I'm
a
saying.
large portion of them were
They'd already
disappointed.
purchased it, I understand.
Yeah, so you guys are so funny. You just can't let it go. Anyways,
Fine. But that's, I mean, there is something to what you said, but like the actual hardcore LE players that were still playing didn't find it either. So it was just really
Yeah,
hard.
it's the RNG factor behind that was
a bit absurd. I
yeah.
would say. And obviously,
Yeah, what-
this is creating for this stuff, so you know.
I know.
You should just do it the way like Asmund does it, and like when they get enough MTX, we could judge outfits.
Well, if it makes you guys feel better, one of the community members that attempted to win the race, I don't know, 8 times, that kept crafting the
Right.
core, came to Germany, went to the EHG booth, and we hung out for a while, and then I got him a custom LE playmat and had Judd sign it.
Is
Very good. So he
That's
got his
awesome.
due
So I was
in
like,
failing the
you
race.
won this.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
And that saga.
that's cool.
exactly. See? He's like, I'm still trying to win. I was like, that's good.
But if
D4 made Ellie race runs look like D4 season 1. Yeah. D4 needs time to get into it.
You mean
That's not
the
a
time
joke.
they had during development to release
Blah, blah,
the
blah,
game?
blah, 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 blah.
I think Blizzard would do better if they didn't have all the eyes on like they do for the opening series of the game.
They didn't have a board of
Because they made a
directors
lot
telling
of
them not to do
fumbles
stuff.
during the, speaking with the public about fixing it. They did get to it though, so I'll give them that.
So
They
season
did work
2, they are putting on, you can search the inventory. You don't have to do the renown anymore. Renown, you could search inventory.
Before season 1 came out, everyone was like, "Please, God, no! I don't want to touch these again."
And all your gems will go into the crafting stuff now, so you don't have to store gems. I think that's
That's
it.
actually good on them because LE still hasn't.
Ellie
I have
doesn't-
to open
Yeah.
it up and I have to hit transfer crafting items,
Yeah.
and it should just go into. There should be no click.
Johnny Cinco. Is that the Johnny Cinco I know? Are you guys gonna play Age of Conan soon? Age of Conan. You guys remember Age of Conan?
I played that. I don't remember how long. It was probably.
That was a long
when it was
time
first
ago.
Released, like 2014, 2015.
That was a
I don't
long
remember when
time
it was.
ago.
It was a while ago when I last played it. I know it's been living in darkness in the background for a while.
After PoE 2, there's no competition out there. Okay, listen. The game has closed beta in June 2024, which then who knows when open beta drops, and then who knows when game launches. That being said, I played it, and visually,
Sure.
it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. But also it's freaking hard. And the
Oh,
person
that's-
that
Titan Quest. Anyway, that was Titan Quest.
No, you're thinking
He's
Titan-
asking when
yeah,
we left. Yeah, that's
Titan Quest 2. Titan Quest.
No, he was asking the game where we left the Nina behind.
Oh, that was Titan Quest. And D2R. D2R,
And D2R.
I think D2R was the final, like, what the hell is wrong with you guys?
Nail in the coffin.
I think that was the like last straw.
We were like, 1, 2, 3, go.
She's like, where are you? I'm like, I'm at the graveyard, Act 1. She's like, I'm just running around killing Thornslinger or whatever. I was like, he's just like, I hate you so much.
We just
No.
run ahead.
And that was it.
Can't help it.
What was I talking about? I don't know. Anyways, yeah. Okay, last thing I want to say. Oh, no. PoE 2. So I played PoE 2, played the Druid, played the Warrior, played the Source or Witch or whatever it is. And you know, I just want to be clear with my feedback that the game is like not even close to finish, right? This is just an online demo we played. Yeah. But the creators of Ruthless were basically there because it's very difficult in its current state. And I don't want to say like, you know, it's like Souls-like difficult, because that is not true. But it's one of the things
Not
people hate
balanced.
about. One of the things people hate about D4 is being constantly like CC'd. Basically, you're stunned to death, like you can't move.
Right.
And you legit, at least in the current version of PoE 2, it'll be like your skills kind of have like a little long build-up time, and it's at times hard to get them off. It's almost like you got to create space to use the skill to get it off, and hopefully you timed it right to hit the enemies. Which it doesn't, you know, it's just like the flow of it, it's not there. But yeah, it's friggin' hard. You know, their own devs died on stage at ExileCon because it's not freaking, you know, Zizarin. How many times did Zizarin die playing the demo live on stream? Like 100 times. And again, I hear you right now. Like, it will get balanced. I don't disagree. I don't disagree with that. I'm just saying in its current state, what I played, it's really hard. Me, Mike, and Carve were playing, and Carve was doing okay because he's already played the demo a bunch, and he's a freaking 26,000 follower friggin' Path of Exile streamer, so he's like good. And he made it to the boss. He just literally ran to the boss, and then the boss killed him. But anyways, Visual now, okay, that's the bad. It's hard and you get CC'd a lot.
Right.
The good, it is visually very stunning, and the animations and the way the skills upgrade and the gearing, like I feel like it's an improvement over regular PoE. And I love details. I love the details.
So what you're saying is they're pulling a Wilson. They're all pretty up front.
I mean, it is very pretty.
That's messed
whatever
up.
engine they're using.
That's brutal.
But for example, when you're the bear, when you're in Druid as werebear, and you do an earthquake, you like get up on your hind legs and you earthquake, and then the ground like rumbles, right?
Okay.
The color of the ground is the color of the earthquake. Like it actually changes the visual. So like you're in grass, it's like a grassy earthquake. You're in desert, it's a deserty earthquake.
So it's like an environmental change.
Yes, it is really cool.
Interesting.
If you're in Druid and you make a volcano and then you earthquake around it, the earthquake hits the volcano and makes it explode more. Which is really cool. When you transform like these, now I'm like getting really small details. When you transform into the werebear, it's not like your whole body transforms. It's like the head transforms first and then like the rest of your body. So it's like this like sequence of transform. When you are channeling your movement skill, because it does like a rampage, like when you go to turn, the head turns first and then the body. Like these little small animations like add a lot to the overall feeling of the class.
Oh, of course.
When you, and this is just more like, you know, whatever design you like better. So when you're playing Last Epoch and you're a werebear, like you're on all fours, right? You're on all fours, and then when you swipe, it's like one arm comes up and you're swiping with one arm. In PoE 2, when you go to hit, you get up on your hind legs and you swing with both arms. So like you're, you know, a 12-foot tall, huge bear swiping with both paws, which feels pretty cool. Anyways, the point being is that like they've really taken a lot of time to put good details in, and it leads to great immersion. But getting CC'd and dying a lot sucks. So
No bueno.
Yeah.
It's fine. I have
Yeah, it'll be fine.
a like, I'll see it when it gets here for Path of Exile. I know it'll be cool. So.
I think you'll like it.
Now,
I got a feeling you will like
Okay,
it.
now. I've seen how you handle yourself.
Too
need to do
concerned
is
about
clear
it
a
coming out,
path.
kind of though.
Then
Right.
I can teleport
There's a lot of
in
games
and
right now.
retrieve
I thought our GG listens to the player base. If a company listens to the client, hence the player base, in this case, they will improve it. No, I agree. Lizard listens to nobody. I mean, they listened to me for a minute. Fuck. I don't know. They probably didn't hear anything I said, but... Okay, let's stop at this waypoint right here. This is like perfect as far as main quest
Yeah,
goes.
that's good.
What Aaron is trying to say is D4 bear form is bad. Okay, if we're just talking...
Oh, it's terrible. It looks terrible. It has
Oh, the little feet.
a potato with toothpicks for
If we
legs.
are talking model-wise, D4
Yes,
is the
yeah.
worst.
Yes. Looks like Bear in the Big Blue House, like all that shape. Kind of
Pretty bad.
like backwards.
I think you could do a dad bod druid, but the way they like proportionally made it is kind of, it's, you know,
I like the actual druid model. I think their druid model is the best,
It
Yeah.
looks like
but their
this-
bear is not.
their werewolf is pretty cool. I think their
The
werewolf
werewolf is
looks
cool.
good. Their werewolf
That
looks
does
pretty
look
cool.
good.
Yeah.
And so does the druid. It's specifically the bear.
There's
Hey,
a
look at this-
kid.
look at
There's
this
like
bear.
a bear kids show that my son used to watch called Barely something bears.
That's
Like
a
for
bear.
8 years old. The animation looks like those guys. Little tiny feet, big wide body, little head, shoulders. It is what it
Last
is.
Epoch's bear is pretty good.
It's
Pretty big.
yes.
You got the tats on it. It'd be cool if you could, like, when you create your guy, adjust the tattoos and stuff.
Have you noticed the new animations for the wolf? When you stand still, it rolls around and licks its paws.
Yeah, it has idle animation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
it's
have a
got
lot
new
of
idle animations.
new animations for the wolves you fight too. They'll be sleeping when you come in, so that's pretty cool. I've noticed that with a lot of the idle things that the mobs will do now. They're kind of cool.
Yeah. It's almost been kind of like a Gamescom stream. Okay, everybody. We are at 94 minutes, which means we made it through podcast 81. Talked all things Gamescom. I went through pretty much my whole week and all of the shenanigans. We talked about Rune Master, talked about a little Grim Dawn, I guess a little D4, and some PoE 2. We'll save Space Marine 2 for next stream. Okay, Guilty, you just got to remind me about it. We'll talk Space Marine.
We'll play it.
Well, I mean, we're gonna play it, of course. Awesome podcast. I'm glad you had fun.
Thank you.
A couple of announcements, and obviously we'll talk about these next week as well. So this coming, what's today? Today's Wednesday. Not next Thursday, September 7th. I will be attempting my first 24-hour stream. The goal is kick things off between 8 or 9 o'clock and just see if I can make it till the next morning. I don't know. I'm hoping it. We can make it happen.
Prep for that perfectly. You got it. Like the days following into it, you got to be perfect. The 2 days before.
Sleeping.
Just everything, so that when you do power or stay up, you don't overdo the sugar. I know you won't. You know, you got to keep the carbs and stuff down balanced so you don't like get too tired.
This coming Saturday, I start the construction of my new studio. I don't know. How many times have I built a studio, Tapton?
4 or 5.
4 or 5. So the new one starts Saturday. At least that's the plan. So anyways, this coming September 7th for 092 Rune Master, we're going to attempt a 24-hour stream. There's going to be game giveaways. There's going to be merch giveaways. It should be a whole lot of fun. And I'm hoping everybody can pop in and out and basically keep me awake. And if I end up sleeping on the stream, then we're sleeping on the stream. Can't wait to see Aaron sleeping while drinking Rogue Energy drinks. I've ghosted Rogue Energy.
Your wife
I don't know why.
Next to you to keep you awake.
I know that's actually a good idea.
Tell them
too.
we want a guilty flavor that's really.
I should tell them that. I should tell them that.
Just if they do that though, you have to like go with them.
On top of that, on September 7th, we'll be starting the 3rd action RPG treasure hunt race. So we're going to be working through the rules. Guilty is going to get the sign-up sheet up this weekend once everything's finalized. Staff's going to work on the visuals. But I think this one, 3rd time's the charm. It's going to be done right, better.
We're going to try and get them to not go so heavy on RNG.
Yeah.
I'm
Maybe
legit
multiple
gonna
tiers.
win it. I'm gonna win it.
No. Aaron,
It's not
I'm
how
gonna
you
make
do
you
it.
a prize that only you can win, sir. This
No,
one's not for you.
I am gonna win. I think it's important for me to be a part of it, to try and give people something to
This
shoot
is what he
for.
tells himself before he goes to bed.
Yeah,
There's a reason I want to do it.
there's a-
I need
there's a
men to
reason.
believe I need to
It's
Okay,
do it.
really
maybe
for
I just
them,
want
it's not for
to win.
me.
I want to win my own race for bragging rights, to be like, I'm the best. You didn't know it. First roll, ban Aaron from participating in his own race. No, that's not a good. I don't like that
was
roll.
literally Daft and I's first rule. We are like, no, don't do it.
I'm gonna win. What do you mean? I already have a level 33 Rune Master.
Yeah, we're gonna have rules that say fresh start is and
Required.
possibly other things. Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
that's
you have
not
to furnish
Yeah.
us for come in
Aaron starts with his level
physically
100.
watch.
horrible
Yeah.
rule. I don't like that rule. Bad
Should
rule.
also
So
be full of
anyways,
Spellbound.
24-hour stream, new race, new class. It's gonna be awesome. I hope you play some rum and gun in the marathon. Is it gotten a lot better? Item is telling you to be Aaron's will. No, it's not. No, it's not. I've got a whole folder of new uniques because when I was playing previously, every time I saw one, I saved it thinking about the race. Anyways, I'm not allowed to say that. Okay, that's the end of the stream. So we're now moving over to our bonus hour for Patreons. It'll be 10 minutes for us to get that up. And as always, we appreciate all of you.
Yeah.
You get asked all the time, Aaron, what's the best way to support? Patreon is it, and you get the most benefits. And
Come hang out at Discord,
yeah, it's
chat. We'll play games together. It's a thing.
fun. Big plans.
But
Big
yeah.
plans that coming. All right. We'll talk to you in a little bit. Everybody have a good night.
Night all.
Bye.